Why did humans start to cook their food? No other animal on the planet does so. Every animal, either herbivore or carnivore, always eat their food raw. And we are constantly told that it's because of bacteria. Be afraid of bacteria, it's very harmful for you. But no other animal is worried about bacteria. Bacteria is what fills our microbiome from our nose and mouth to our a-hole. There are plenty colonies in there, some with friends and some with enemies. That's why sometimes we are biochemically stable and well, and other times not so much. No other animal besides the human is worried about mouthwash and putting deodorant and constantly taking baths every single day, showering every single day, scrubbing very well the skin, putting these moisturizers, putting all these things that actually end up worsening our microbiome by feeding our enemies inside. All of these creams and sunscreens, these deodorants, these fragrances, whether we put it like perfume or in a room that we are, even if it has a strong smell, your clothes after it goes in the washer because you put a certain detergent. All of these disrupt our hormones through feeding wrong parts of our microbiome. So the bacteria is not the case. Bacteria is good for you. You touch your phone, you touch your door handle, you scratch your nose, and you just filled yourself with plenty of bacteria. Bacteria is a part that is also natural about life. Kids go out in the beach, they touch some sand, they might scratch their mouth, and all of a sudden there are plenty of bacteria that enters their microbiome. It's totally normal to have, and that's why when people do far too much antibiotics which kill the bacteria in our microbiome, they become ill. You should only do antibiotics in a matter of life and death because the microbiome, the colonies of enemies, have taken over the city inside, and thus you need to do a sprawl of, whether it's through natural means, something like oregano, something like garlic, or those pills, to, in that case, to kill them off. But if you weren't feeding them in the first place, it would be perfectly fine. So let's answer the main question. Plants and seeds. Why did we start to cook them? You see, herbivores fully are capable and do so, ferment the fiber of plants and seeds inside their body. Meaning, eating plants and seeds, and this includes all types of the forms of the plant, from the leaves to the stems to the bark to the roots to the tubers. And seeds includes grains, includes nuts, includes legumes. These animals have built-in mechanisms to fully ferment the fiber inside their bodies to convert it into short-chain fatty acids. Thus, they are doing their species-appropriate diet. That's why they eat raw. And actually, a cow or a horse will have better overall health and consequently performance when they eat more green grass instead of hay that is basically grass that has been dried out and no longer has the water-soluble vitamins. But humans, like any other facultative carnivore, we barely ferment inside our body. In our case, we can only ferment through our appendix, which is nothing more than a vestigial cecum. All herbivores have a proper cecum, a proper organ where they can ferment the fiber inside. Thus, this means that fruits we can consume because they have sort of not too much fiber, but actual plants themselves and the seeds inside the fruits, no. Because that is inappropriate diet for our species. We must ferment outside the body. That's why we do a sourdough bread. That's why there are all these ancient recipes in which we fermented the foods that herbivores ferment inside, we fermented outside before eating. You can even say that we only actually started to consume this because meat was scarce. You look out at tribes and their primary source of eating when abundant is meat. They crave and search and hunt for meat. And also as a pleasurable but not nutritious food, they search for honey. And they consume dairy because sometimes they need to mix it with blood, for example, as a source of nutrition because they cannot be slaughtering the cattle also often because it is scarce. But when abundant, every natural human being eats meat, mostly, and just the honey for pleasure. And thus, we conclude why we cook plants and seeds. Because we must ferment them outside the body, we can do it inside. What about cooking meat, eggs, and dairy? Why did we start doing so? You see, when naturally fed, an animal becomes healthy. When a horse eats grass that has zero spray in it, just natural grass, its flesh, its organs, all of its metabolism is pure, which means that you can perfectly well eat their meat raw, because doing so will improve your health to the max, because by cooking you decrease the water soluble vitamins, the fat soluble vitamins, you decrease the protein, you mostly kill the creatine, and so on. Thus, the only reasons humans cook food in terms of animal products is because we started to give this feed to the animals, something which was created in factories. Nowadays, the most common feed, whether it's chicken, pork, or even cows that are not grass-fed, is genetically modified corn and soy. And if you go for organic cow, for example, it's corn and soy, which is not genetically modified, which is still a pretty horrible nurturing food for them. It's nothing of nurturing for them. And plus, they often, because they get ill, they give them these chemicals, whether in their feed or through other forms, which disrupt their hormones. It completely messes up their inner system. They give them antibiotics, but because if not, they would die. They are unhealthy, these animals. And thus, they are full of toxins. That's why we started to cook, so to avoid food poisoning. Something as simple as searing a piece of meat, or as actually boiling some dairy, actually cooking some eggs, is more than enough to avoid this food poisoning. But you see, this is just a countermeasure because we are eating something highly unnatural, and the same goes here. We are eating what we're not supposed to eat. And thus, if we eat what we are supposed to eat, we can and should, for the reasons I mentioned, eat raw animals from nose to tail and drink the blood. The carnivore diet that is also popular now has become the ideal thing for most of people to adhere to, since they are addicted to these little pleasures. Oh, I need to eat 20 different foods, etc. But eating cooked meats, unless you have no ability in terms of affordability to go here, eating cooked foods will never be ideal. No carnivore eats cooked food. So calling it carnivore diet, no carnivore eats eggs more than once in a while, because that's when they find them. And no animal consumes dairy from another animal. They only consume milk when they are growing and from their mothers. There are compounds in dairy that make it addictive, naturally addictive, because Mother Nature has made sure that the baby cow, the baby human, whatever, is addicted to the milk, so that it grabs the teat also often to make sure it grows and it passes that also fragile time of their life, the most determining part of their life in terms of survival. And thus, if you just consume some cheese, some also natural raw cheese with only salt, and you consume it for 3 days, morning, noon, and dinner, and on the 4th day you decide not to include dairy, you'll be pissed off because your body got addicted to that compound, just like a drug addict, and it no longer has it. And so the only way to consume dairy and be well emotionally is that you consume it all of the time at the same rate, because any little difference will create tremendous reactions inside of you, because you are addicted just like a drug. But you do you. Now you know. And if you learned something, or at least relearned something from this video, please leave a like. If you know somebody who can benefit from it, please share the video with them. If you want to check more videos just like this, check out my channel. There are also much videos there. And if you enjoy them, hit that subscribe button to check the newer ones that are always coming out. I now also do consultations. If you go to consultation.joelclement.com, you can see when it is available, a timing that is suitable for you. Thanks.